Hi friends, welcome back to my world of fragrance. We are talking affordable fragrances today that are still timeless. It's hard to get that combination right, I feel, and so I have 8 fragrances today that will hopefully tick both boxes, and I hope you enjoy. Today's video is made possible by Ana Luisa Jewelry, so thank you very much, Ana Luisa, for supporting my content, and I will get into that later. So the first fragrance that I am dying to share with you guys today is from a French fragrance house that is quite known, quite old, but they've managed to preserve their prices and keep them low. Thank heavens. This is by Fragonard, and they do monolithic fragrances, so single note fragrances really well in my opinion. This one is a white floral. Can you guess which one it is? Well, I already just showed the bottle, but it is Fleur d'Oranger, so a nice orange blossom. This to me is just what orange blossom needs to be. You want orange blossom, this is it. It's so lively, so livening, so youthful, so playful. Orange blossom as a scent is the orange flower, so it has some sweet facets to it. Personally, I wouldn't say that orange blossom smells like oranges per se. Maybe the rind of an orange, a little bit sweeter, but then also floral. It definitely smells like a flower. Nothing fruity about it. Orange blossom often pairs really well with a jasmine, another white floral. The jasmine is slightly sweeter than an orange blossom, and so you have a little insertion of that jasmine in here. You have some neroli as well, which is the greener part of the orange flower, and this is just the orange flower. You might have one leaf with it. I'm gonna try to find a picture of exactly what I'm thinking here and trying to describe, but it's straightforward, no fuss. Is it a heavy duty fragrance? No, it's not meant to be a heavy duty fragrance. This is meant to be a lively white floral, and that's exactly what you're getting. Lasting power for me, I would say, is around 4 hours going strong, and that's what I would expect from this. It's an EDT Eau de Toilette. I have the older packaging of these Fragonard fragrances. I got this one, I think it was in a perfume swap, so I actually didn't even pay anything for it. I just swapped a perfume, and they have changed their packaging, so I will try to leave images of their newer packaging that just looks more opulent, more grand, and you cannot go wrong with this orange blossom lovers. Next, we have another fragrance that is an absolute icon. I get asked all the time which brands to go to if you're looking for something that is great quality, great value for money. And there are plenty of, like, these French fragrance houses have existed always. They're just not sending around bottles to everybody on social media. So, Absinthe by Molinard has to have a mention, absolutely. This is under $100. You know, I think it might even be under $80. It's around the 50-something euro mark. It is a dark fragrance. I mean, just everything from the way that it looks to the way that it smells. This was released in 1921, and this was a decade of the flapperism, androgyny. Women were then able to go out and dance, and so this to me is, if flapper, I was gonna say, but actually it's an androgynous fragrance for me. Both men and women can pull this off miraculously. This is, to me, it's like a smoky, cherry, pipe tobacco-y type of scent. If you like a fragrance like Fumerie Turque by Serge Lutens, which, you know, used to come in one of these skyscraper bottles, and now it's in a bell jar and costs, I mean, it probably costs near 300 euros now, right? If you like that kind of vibe of a really mysterious, like you can feel that you've walked into a cigarette kind of filled environment. There are a few fragrances out there that manage to capture this in a really cool way. There's Jasmin et Cigarette by Eldo et Libre d'Orange. There is Night Clubbing by Céline, and there's Absinthe by Molinard. There are other ones as well, of course, Cabochard by Gray. And there is something about, not that I'm a smoker or anything like that, but it's the vibes. It's a vibey fragrance. It's a vibey scent. It is dressed up. It is going out. It is enjoying life. It is not monotony, you know? A difference between day and night. That is what I live for, okay? Nighttime and daytime, you need different attire. And so this captures that perfectly. Every time that I go back and smell this, I'm just like, wow, this could be worth so much more money. And so it's great value. Molinard, please don't put up the prices. Keep the prices low. but try this one if that sounds like something for you. Okay, so I'm kind of contrasting light and dark in this video because I love to do that. I love to jump from one extreme to the other. So from the nightclubs of the 1920s, the roaring 20s in Paris, we're now gonna go to the French countryside. And this is a brand, I believe Pacifica is from the US, isn't it? Made in USA, yes. That must be giving us the answer. So Pacifica is a 100% vegan brand, cruelty-free, very affordable. A lot of the time you used to find this on like natural websites. And so it was for the natural people, the natural fragrance lovers. I'm not sure how much of the content is actually natural. It's probably not going to be a lot, but yeah, they're like really focusing on it being cruelty-free and vegan. So this is French lilac, and lilacs in the summer in the French countryside smells just like this. There's a scene in Nosferatu, the film that came out earlier this year, and I'm sorry I keep referencing this film, but for me it was an experience being there. I was looking at the wardrobe, the sounds, the lighting, the ambiance, all of this, and there's a part where the Dracula himself smells a lock of hair that belongs to Mina, who is his long lost love, the girl who's played by insert actress name, and he's like, Lilac. And I thought exactly of this fragrance, Pacifica French lilac. Lilac, her hair smelled of lilac. Lilac smells of purity. Lilac smells of beauty. Lilac smells of innocence. Lilac is not the rose. The rose is the opposite to me of the lilac. And so, yeah, sometimes your girl wants to smell all of the above. And so French lilac is it. Is lilac a non-masculine scent? Assuming this is a question from one of you males that maybe is watching this video. Lilac suits everybody. Lilac is beautiful. Lilac is gorgeous. This fragrance is a fleeting scent. You start out your day with a lilac. You've had breakfast and a cup of coffee. You might want to supplement it with some nice spritzes of some French lilac, and you're going to have a wonderful day. And then later on, top it off with something else. Go for something darker that might be in this video, for example. This is how you use a light fragrance like French lilac from Pacifica. Great find. Okay, so I'm pausing today's video to let you guys know more about our sponsor who made this video actually possible. So once again, thank you. I am wearing jewelry from Ana Luisa, and I have been wearing jewelry from Ana Luisa for 4-5 years now. So whenever they ask me to work with them on a video, I immediately say yes. I love their jewelry. I wear it actually every day. I got these new earrings, which are a kind of, I don't even know how to describe this. They're kind of chainy, they're vibey, they match my style very well. And then it's a mixture blend of metals. So you have the gold and you have the silver. Ana Luisa has a 2-year warranty, which my jewelry goes beyond that. I replenish pieces that I have lost because your girl is forgetful and loses things all the time. But this earring that I have at the very top of my ear is actually one from I think 4 years ago, perhaps my very first collaboration with Ana Luisa, and it's holding up great right next to the brand new one. You see that? So if you take care of your jewelry well, it is going to be just as brilliant, just as shiny, just as wonderful years later beyond even the 2-year warranty. They always have some sort of promotion going on, but I will leave my link down below. If you'd like to support my content even further, then click the link and check out their jewelry. Okay, back to the list. So my next one, we're gonna go dark again after our lovely little lilac. We're gonna talk about Prada Amber. Prada Amber, so underrated, so untalked about because there's so many ambers now. We are flooded by ambers. And this to me was, when I first found it, an amber that I could wear as a non-amber lover. Believe it or not, I didn't love ambers. Can you believe it? Well, I've always said that I've not been an amber purist, and I think that stands true till today. I'm not an amber purist. So this is amber that is supported by an elegant, clean patchouli. You've got the classic veil of labdanum, and then you've got benzoin. There is not a prominent vanilla in this amber. It is not a sweet amber, which is so rare to find. It is not a gourmand amber. It is a resinous amber. It is a mysterious amber. It is a genderless amber. How many more adjectives can I give this? That's basically describing fragrances for you guys. Prada Amber is just magical. It's gorgeous. It has stood the test of time. This is a timeless fragrance for sure. I believe it was the very first release by Prada. I always warn to not get the version with atomizer. Atomizers will make your fragrances evaporate. And I've bought atomizers separately to decant into, and my stuff has evaporated. Let me show you. Okay, here's an atomizer that I bought on Etsy. Beautiful, right? You just do it for the beauty. Actually just put water in here because then it's okay evaporating, because I filled this up with my precious Mon Premier Cristal by Lilac. This much of it went into this, and pretty much all of it, like at least half of it, has evaporated. So be careful, or use it very, very quickly. Fill it up and douse yourself with it, which is hard to do because the atomizer is like a little poof, look. Like it's like a little, a little breath of air. So I digress. Prada Amber. Check it out. Great value for money. Wonderful, not monstrous sillage, moderate sillage, moderate longevity. Okay, the next one might come as a surprise to you guys, as in Sam has never talked about this kind of stuff. Well, maybe I have. So this is called Eden by Cacharel. Again, we're going back to those French houses which have existed for decades, okay? This was released in '94, I believe. This was released for women, but the thing is, for me, I prefer this on men. I prefer it on men. This is a green fragrance that is also powdery, that is also clean, dressed up, and sophisticated. This, to me, would be a dream to smell on a gentleman. I don't actually wear this myself. I have a 30 ml. I did a video on if it's not 30 ml, I don't want it, and that's so true. So now if I can ever get a 30 ml, I'm only getting the small bottles of things. And so Eden I have for reference, and I have for you guys to let you know about it. It is just soapy and green and unlike anything. It is a unique scent, very unique. You have to try it out. These Cacharels I find actually have a very strong sillage for a long time. Like the first 4 or 5 hours, they have quite a big sillage. So this is an EDP, and you can always get it at retailers like discounters and stuff for like nothing. And I feel like people overlook it because the packaging is a bit weird. Like it looks kind of weird, right? It looks like a cartoony type figurehead. And so you walk past it and you're gonna go straight for the new release by what have you, Burberry or whatnot, and you're missing out. You're missing out on the Cacharel, which would cost you a fraction of the price and actually smell unique, because that new release, it smells like every other new release, right? So yeah, try it out if you have not already. You get a big bottle for like nothing, and try it out, please, gentlemen. Somebody in the comments, I am sure one of you wears this and probably gets people complimenting it as well. The next fragrance caught me by surprise. Look at that tower. Look at that tower of a thing. It almost is kind of like a, it almost is kind of like a discount version of a skyscraper bottle, right? It kind of looks like a skyscraper. So Elizabeth Arden, you recognize these bottles if you know your Elizabeth Arden. They have their original, which I like, never wore. You know, I was seeking something more dramatic. And this one, as dramatic as it looks, that's as dramatic as it also smells. I was very surprised. This was a blind buy a while ago, and I was like, let me try, because it just is affordable. I'm gonna try it out for you guys. And it surprised. Like, this is a woody, patchouli-like, kind of leathery giving, kind of dark fruity. It's kind of like a liqueured raspberry in there, if you like your haute couture and fragrances like that. It is a genderless fragrance. I'm not sure if this was limited edition. I never see it anymore. I found it online though for a bargain. I think they're just all online. Everything discounted is online now. The shelves in the shops, like I said, are just new releases. So if you want to find things like this that are like good value and not a lot of people know about, search for this Elizabeth Arden, Fifth Avenue. Like literally try it out. I'm gonna spray it again. I think I'm gonna actually wear this today, because coming from the Molinard Abanita type thing, okay, they're both dark and they're both evening wear, I would say. So this is an evening wear fragrance, except you know me, I'm just gonna wear this in the daytime with a white t-shirt because why not? But yeah, it is mysterious. It is mysterious. It's, you know, it's a synthetic early 2000s fragrance. And they loved their fruit chulis in the early 2000s. So this is a fruit chuli type thing, but more mysterious than that. Liquored up and woody and suede-y and leathery. And it's just a mix. It's just like a hot mess mix of things that ends up smelling really amazing. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments as well. I just love hearing what you guys think compared to my descriptions, because my descriptions will always be my own. My nose will always be my own. But at the end of the day, the result is the same. Smells hella good. Okay, next, as I need to just stop myself from rambling, but this one is by Sisley, French brand again. Good old go-to. These prices are like hiking up and up and up and up, but you can probably get a good bargain on this. This is called Eau de Campagne. This is one of my first ever dive into something that is unusual and totally different from what I had imagined the concept of fragrance was. This is a really nice aftershave type fragrance, but it is based around the tomato leaf. So it is bitter, it is green, it is zingy, not zesty, but zingy. It's like the feeling that you have at the very, very tip of your tongue when you've tasted something that's bitter. I just think this has never been surpassed. This genre, this type, I have the Miller Harris vine tomato leaf fragrance as well, which I'm gonna share probably in another video, which is also marvelous. There's Green Spell by Eris. There's so many other like tomato leaf type things. There are also candles now that are tomato leaf around the tomato leaf, but this is tomato leaf made into a perfume. It actually is a perfume. It is not just literal tomato leaf. It is a wonderful fougère that, you know how comforting fougères are for me, because it's just, yeah, my dad to me. And Eau de Campagne will always be in the Fragrance Hall of Fame for me. In the green category, it will always be top on the top 5. So it's an Eau de Toilette. It is a 4, 5. I mean, I can get it lingering for longer if I want to, but then just respray, right? Respray your fragrance. And to me, this is, again, a morning fragrance. I love Eau de Campagne. It just lifts my spirits. It is meant to bring you to the countryside in France, which a lot of the French houses just love France. And I love that about the French houses, because why should you not love what you have in your own country, you know? So they're always just romanticizing these different corners of the French experience and being in France. And I love that. Love who you are. So Eau de Campagne, French countryside, green tomato leaves, barbershop, wonderful. Oh, clean and good. Okay, and then lastly, I'm going to talk about First by Van Cleef, and I have an unusual, peculiar bottle. The reason why I put First in this video is because I saw it in my wardrobe, and it just reminded me how the sales of First have gone up. Can somebody let me know what happened? What influencer mentioned First by Van Cleef so that I can strangle them? No, I'm joking. So that I can figure out why the sales of First, like these are selling like hotcakes now. And the original bottle looks like this. I'll have it in the corner somewhere. But I got this beautiful phallic golden thing that just looks so marvelous and opulent, but actually didn't cost me a lot of money because I found it on eBay. And be careful with eBay, guys, but I know how to pick and choose on those platforms. And so it's the 90 ml Eau de Toilette of this aldehydic citric floral fragrance that was Jean-Claude Ellena's very first perfume. He's one of my favorite perfumers, if not number one. And it is just so well balanced for an aldehydic fragrance. I think that's why maybe it's coming back, because if you're gonna push somebody to try an aldehyde, let them try First. They've probably already smelled Chanel No. 5 and the like, Lanvin Arpège, those kinds of things. But First is mild. First is, it'll warm you up to it, you know? It's like it's not a screeching aldehyde. It's not overwhelming. The citruses in here are mature and sweet and inviting. The citruses aren't bitter. The thing I love the most about First is that 70s style that it has. So the 70s is kind of, so this was also along that 70s vibe lines of, it's not cloying, right? We've moved away from the cloying. We're going more wearable and cool and and Airy. So this is an Airy aldehyde. Yeah, that's the word for it, Airy. So try out First by Van Cleef & Arpels, the jewelry brand, and I hope you won't be disappointed. Okay, so that was it for today's video. I really enjoyed filming this for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed my picks. Please let me know if you know them, if you knew of them, what you think of them. Have you tried them since watching this video? I also love coming back to comments of people trying things like years after a video has been posted and telling me that you finally tried it and your thoughts on it. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Tell me if you hate it as well. I miss the hate reviews, okay? Tell me if you hate something. Please also remember to check out my link for Ana Luisa jewelry. They have always some wonderful jewelry and offers for you guys to check out. So yeah, I will see you in my next video.